Yo, what's going on, everybody, and happy Thursday. What's going on to all my sci-fi fans, Denis Villeneuve fans, Timothée Chalamet, who else we got? Zendaya, Rebecca Ferguson, the whole damn Hollywood crew in Dune, guys. I am so excited to be talking about this film. This was my most anticipated movie last year, and it's my most anticipated movie this year, and I'm so excited to talk about this film, talk about this trailer, which I haven't seen yet. I had a workout this morning, which killed me, had some stuff I had to do at work, so I have not seen the trailer quite yet, so you'll be seeing my reaction for the first time. And then I haven't done a trailer reaction in a while. The trailer reactions are so much fun to do, and I love watching a lot of my buddies do it, but I don't do them as often as I used to. But I want to do it live. You know, I want to do this with you all. I want to discuss this with you all, break down the trailer, talk about the excitement level, the theories, the predictions, and all that fun stuff in this live stream. So again, if you're joining me live, I appreciate you all. Again, this is kind of a last minute thought of it earlier this morning because I saw the trailer was dropping, but I was like, oh, I got to work, so I probably won't be able to check it out. But things kind of switched around. So this will be a live trailer reaction, trailer breakdown, discussion about Dune, and also just Dune conversation. I know there was a couple other news that came out today, like the Sisterhood show is back in the works on HBO. I'm excited about that. So again, if you're a Dune fan, if you're a Denis Villeneuve fan, a sci-fi fan, this is going to be a fun discussion. So again, everyone is tuning in live. We got about 15 people in the chat now. Thank you all for tuning in. If you're watching this live, make sure to like the video, share the video to all the sci-fi Dune fans you know, for we can have a great discussion. If you're watching this on the replay, if you could do the same, it will be greatly appreciated. Again, I didn't expect a ton of people to tune in because it was such a promptu type of thing. I just created the stream today, so it wasn't like thought ahead of time. So hopefully we get some people in the chat and have a good time with talking Dune. We got some people in the chat already. David Heel showing some love from Australia. What's going on, Mike? Sorry for that horrible impersonation, my friend. But what's going on, David? Glad you can join. We got Rims17, my homie in the chat. Looking forward to this one. Yes, me and you, Rims. We'll talk about it in this breakdown, but I'm so excited you're able to join. Hello, everybody. I hope the trailer does not tell the entire story. I don't know. I haven't seen it quite yet. I believe, it's been since September, since the first trailer. Wow, that is crazy. That has almost been a year since we got the first trailer. So, yeah. I'm excited for it. I'll talk about my fandom of this franchise. I haven't read the book. I have seen the 1984 Dune, which I actually reviewed on my channel last year, which you all can check out. But yeah, I'm excited to see what this trailer is all about. Trailer looks awesome, visually stunning, and great cast. I can't wait to check it out. And the cast, oh my goodness, this cast is fire. Happy Friday Eve. Yes, yes. We got everyone saying what's up. Again, guys, thank you. Don't forget, thank you, Ramsey. Don't forget to like the video and of course, share the video and continue the conversation in the chat. So again, I'm going to play the trailer here in a little bit. Again, I haven't seen it yet. This will be my first time watching it with you all live. I'm really excited to do so. And then again, we're going to have some discussions about Dune as well, as far as just what I'm what I'm hoping to see, what I want to see, what I want to see from this franchise. Talk about just all that fun stuff. It's going to be a fun time, guys. So I'm just sending the links out so we can get some other Dune fans in the discussion here and have a good time. But in the meantime, let me know how you all are doing today. You know, we got I had a couple things drop. One this morning, I dropped my review for Old, the new M. Night Shyamalan supernatural thriller film. And then later this afternoon, for my American Horror Story fans, I'm going to be breaking down the latest episode, and then I have some other stuff drop in the coming days. So who else we got in the chat? We got what's going on? What is going on? So glad to see you. Hope you're doing well. And this is going to be a good discussion. We're talking Dune, and I can't wait to get into this trailer, which I'm going to queue up here in a little bit. Let me set up this trailer, and we'll get into this discussion. But in the meantime, guys, I'm so excited for this film. Again, I mentioned it not too long ago that I was this is my number one anticipated film last year. It is my number one anticipated film this year. I am such a fan of Denis Villeneuve. I don't think he's made a bad movie yet. I think most of his films, in my opinion, have been, masterpieces or close to, whether it be Prisoners, Enemy, Blade Runner 2049, which we'll talk about that in the comparisons with this film and how we'll do at the box office. And Denis, man, he's just Sicario. he's just another type of director, man. He's my favorite director in Hollywood. So super excited to see what he does with his IP, because like I said, I've seen the David Lynch 1984 Dune, and yeah, that was a movie. I think that it's still available on HBO Max, I believe. If you guys haven't seen it, yeah, it's a movie that I reviewed last year, and it wasn't that great. But even with all the messiness of that film, I saw what the film had to offer in the right hands, in the right storytelling. And not that David Lynch is, I just didn't think that was the right vehicle for him and his directing sensibilities. But no, I think even within that film that I wasn't a fan of, you can see the world building, you can see the character development, the story, the different houses. A lot of people, say the comparisons of Game of Thrones meets Star Wars, which I totally agree with that. I haven't read the book, Frank Herbert's book, but it's been on my read list for a while now. It's, without Frank Herbert's original Dune, we wouldn't have things that we appreciate now today in the sci-fi genre. A lot of movies that have the word star in it. And I'm thinking of Star Wars, Star Trek, and a lot of other great sci-fi films that we've gotten since that book came out. He was a huge inspiration to the sci-fi genre. So, I've been waiting to read the book, and maybe I'll read it one of these days before the film actually comes out. But I'm just so excited to see what the film has to offer in the director's hands, like Denis Villeneuve, and seeing what he can do with this incredible cast as well. So I am super, super excited to see what we get with him come this October 22nd. So I'm just waiting for this trailer to get synced up, and I will play it for you all so you can get my live reaction, and then we're going to talk about it together as fans of Dune, as fans of this wonderful film that I'm just so excited for. So let me gear it up here. It might take a couple minutes before we actually get it up and running here. Yeah, we got a couple more minutes before it hits my my inbox. But in the meantime, let's see what everyone's talking about in the chat. Let's see here. Keep doing what you're doing. I love your content and your guests. Oh, thank you so much. I'm excited to. I'm gonna probably do some more lives in the coming weeks until we get the What If series, and I might have a live that I'm gonna set up for Suicide Squad, but we'll see. But no, I appreciate that, and I can't wait to bring back the crew to talk some more discussions about movies and shows. I'm too excited about this film, and my boy Jason, my man Jason Momoa, he's playing Duncan, which was a pretty interesting character in the film, and I'm really excited to see his interpretation of the character. Tony Movie Chappie, what's going on, my friend? This is my second most anticipated movie of the year, up to I know Neil Blomkamp, that new film he's got coming out. I knew that was top of your list, which is coming out next month, if I'm not mistaken. Can't wait to see it. You and me both. Let's see here. James says, I actually like it's a weird film, man. It's a weird film. I've seen it twice. I saw it when I was a kid and really wasn't paying attention to it, but I revisited it for the first time in like over a decade last year. And like I said, I reviewed it on my channel. Weird is definitely a good word to describe the film. I mean, the floating man, Baron Harkin and Sting's in the film, and it's a weird movie, man, and it has some funny lines. Like I remember Paul's little sister when she does her like dance at the end. It's a movie that is weird for sure. Ramsey says Jordan Peele dropped a movie poster for Nope. Yeah, I saw that. I really excited for that film. It's coming out literally a year from now, so I anticipate a trailer probably by October or maybe December. Very similar to the promotion pieces for Get Out and Us. I think they launched the trailer about 6 months prior to the film coming out. So yeah, I'm really excited for Mr. Jordan Peele making his third film with a really good cast. Who do you have? Kiki Lane, my boy Daniel Kaluuya, Steven Yin. So, dude, I can't wait for that film. So, I'm still waiting on my trailer to come through before I can react for you all and give you my thoughts on the trailer, as well as break it down and talk about just kind of what I'm hoping to see. Someone mentioned it earlier that they hope that the trailer doesn't give too much away. Again, me seeing the film, and I remember like the basic outline of the movie, but I really hope they don't give away all the goodies, right? Which I don't think they will. I mean, Denis Villeneuve, I think he's one of those directors similar to like a Quentin Tarantino or a Christopher Nolan, where I think he has a lot of say into his trailers and the marketing and stuff like that. At least I hope that's the case, because I think he's one of the best, if not the best director working in Hollywood. So I think he has that type of pool where he can say, put this in the trailer, take this out. I mean, obviously he doesn't have pool on where he wants the film to be seen. The whole conversation about theatrical release and HBO Max, he unfortunately lost that battle, but we'll see, what this trailer has to offer. So I just got it sent to my email. Let me sync it up for you all, put it on the screen. And again, this will be my first time reacting to it. I haven't seen this latest trailer. I'm pretty sure you all have seen it. So I hope you enjoy this reaction, this breakdown, because I'm super, super stoked to give this a watch. Give me 1 second here while I get this set up. Let me send it to the bam and the boom, bam, bye. All right, here we go. Let me bring it into the screen here. And okay, guys, so I got the trailer queued up. First time seeing the trailer. We got some more people in the chat. David, what's going on, my friend? So again, I haven't seen this trailer. This will be my first time reacting to it. And then after we're done watching it, we'll kind of discuss it and do a little breakdown and talk some more awesome stuff about Dune. So let me go ahead and bring this bad boy in and see what we got.
My planet Arrakis is so beautiful when the sun is low. Rolling over the sands, you can see Spaihts in the air. The outsiders ravage our lands in front of our eyes. Their cruelty to my people is all I've known. What's to become of our world?
Well, I'll just say this right up front. Compared to the 1984 film, we already get more of Shani, who's played by Zendaya in this film, more so than we got in David Lynch's film. And I love that, just kind of setting up Arrakis and explaining what Arrakis is, and Dune, which is AKA Dune, and the spice. Listen, guys, if you don't know about that spice, you need that spice in your life, because the spice, it gives you superhuman strength. It gives you knowledge. It gives you power. It gives you can extend your life. So listen. It's a drug, essentially, right? The spice is what people want, and I'm loving the visual so far. So let me go ahead and shut my mouth and look at the rest of this awesome trailer. Let's go.
Oh, boy.
Hey, Duncan, can I trust you with something?
Yes, always. You know that.
I've been having dreams about a girl on Arrakis. I don't know what it means.
Dreams make good stories. But everything important happens when we're awake. Look at you. Put on some muscle?
I did?
No.
Little jokes there. I like that.
There is no call we do not answer. There is no faith that we betray.
Smile, Gurney.
Man, this costume and set design is amazing.
To bring peace to Arrakis. House Atreides accepts.
I know you. There's something awakening in my mind.
You need to face your fears.
Come with me.
The scope and the scale of this film is incredible.
I've never met Harkonnens before. They're not human, they're brutal.
All right, so let me just pause very quick, just a little quick analysis. So the trailer so far is playing very similar to the 1984 book or the movie that David Lynch did. And again, I haven't read Frank Herbert's novel, but to me already, this looks like it's already more world building, more lore, more mythology than what we got in that film, in 1984. And, so far as the basic bare bones of the story, as they kind of allude to in this trailer, we have going to Arrakis, House Atreides, led by Leo Duke, who's played by the incredible Oscar Isaac. They are a very powerful house, very Game of Thrones, right? This is kind of the Starks. If the Starks were able to not get killed off and have many people get killed off in their family lineage, they would have been able to be one of the most powerful houses. So we see Duke. He doesn't take no for an answer. He wants to help Arrakis and help these people in dire needs. But there's some other people out there that might want to do their own deeds and have the house of Luke's or Duke's family go there. And man, this is looking awesome, guys. I'm loving this world building so far. And someone mentioned it's like Game of Thrones in space. Yeah, or Lord of the Rings in space. Star Wars meets Game of Thrones. It's looking great. I am loving this so far.
The Duke's son sees too much.
This is my Dune.
There's Baron.
God in heaven.
Get everything with guns off the ground! Go!
Dude, the visuals are so incredible.
They're picking my family off one by one.
Let's fight like demons.
Dad, what if I'm not the future of House Atreides?
A great man doesn't seek to lead. He's called to it. But if your answer is no, you'll still be the only thing I ever needed you to be. My son.
Aww.
If anything happens, will you protect Paul?
With my life.
Lady Jessica.
Only together can we stand a chance.
Wow. Look at those suits. My boy Paul.
It's time.
Let's go. Let's go. Oh my goodness, man. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what I like to call epic. So let me gather my thoughts here. I mean, I'm going to replay this here in a second, probably take the audio out and just look at the visuals and the different scenes there. But oh my goodness. Wow, that looks pretty epic, man. So again, this has the similar foundation of the 1984 movie that I've mentioned several times in regards to House Atreides. He's given this task to help out the people on Arrakis, and there's some other people that want to kind of intervene and take out that family, the most powerful family in the galaxy. And we see Baron played by one of the Skarsgårds as Baron Harkin, and we see Mr. Dave Bautista in the mix too. So there's a lot of backstabbing going on that I'm seeing in this trailer, which is very similar to the story. We're going to have a lot of, like, for my Game of Thrones fans, a lot of little fingers out there, right? That's going to try to take out the Duke, Leo Duke, which I think they actually show a shot in the trailer of something that happens to the leader of the Duke's family. So, man, this looks awesome. A lot of new stuff in regards to the visuals in this film. Obviously, compared to 1984, the VFX are a lot more improved. There's a lot more going on here in the visual effects department. The suits, the hand-to-hand combat, the epic scale. I love the joke that's thrown in here, which kind of shows you there's going to be some levity in the film, which is really nice to see. Because again, I love Denis Villeneuve, but you look at a film like Sicario, you look at a film like Prisoners, even a film, one of my favorite sci-fi films of all time is Blade Runner 2049. There's not a lot of levity in his films, right? So I love the little joke between Duncan and Paul about him putting on some weight, some muscle, and like, no, you haven't, man. That's really cool. So I'm really excited to see just different sci-fi epic space film with a family drama about a man who is destined to lead his people, but has to face his fears, comes into love with Shani, and space worms. I mean, come on, man, sign me the hell up. So let me get to some of these comments. I'm going to replay this and look at some of these clips while we talk about this trailer again. I'm already, just from this trailer, we're going to get more of Shani, who was not that really heavily involved in the 1984 version, which I believe she has a lot more to do in the novel than what we got in the film, 30 plus years ago. The suits are insanely cool, like a superhero. Yeah, I wonder with these suits if they have any other abilities, because the thing that might be a little bit weird for people to see is obviously there's like a glow to them. It's like their protective shield. It will be really interesting to see if that translates well on the big screen. But so far, it looks pretty awesome. Okay, that was fire. Yes, Rims, that was fire. Take my money. Yes, where are the tickets? IMAX give me the biggest screen. I need to see it. This was that joke I was talking about, a little bit of levity
About a girl
as he
on
talks
Arrakis.
about his dreams of
I don't know
shining.
what it means.
Dreams make good stories. But everything important happens when we're awake. Hey, you. Put on some muscle? No.
That is hilarious. I'm really excited to see Jason Momoa's portrayal as Duncan, who, from what I remember in the film, he's kind of a not a rogue, but he's kind of on the different galaxies doing different missions, stuff like that. But he has a lot of loyalty to this particular family, and it's going to be really cool to see him and Grainy, played by the incredible Josh Brolin, Thanos himself, kind of the leader of their army. It's going to be so much epicness. And I'm just looking at these clips here. Rebecca Ferguson as Jessica, one of the sisterhood members, which is a very interesting concept. And they have like knowledge, years of knowledge to predict the future. There's so much lore, so much mythology within this tale of family and betrayal and trust, and again, facing your fears. I really can't wait to see. I mean, the visuals alone, if I'm not mistaken, correct me in the chat, guys, but I believe the cinematographer is what's my man's name? Greig Fraser, Greig, something with an F. But anyway, Greig is a very incredible cinematographer. He is the cinematographer for Let Me In. He also did or will be doing Batman next year. So he has a great eye for visuals, for scope, for scale. And this looks absolutely incredibly beautiful. So I'm really excited to see Denis Villeneuve work with Greig. And of course, you match that with the incredible score from Hans Zimmer. Come on, man. When can we see this? I need to see it now. October 22nd. Can't get here soon enough, man. Dave Bautista, it looks really, really cool. I can't wait to see him continue to, this is his second outing working with Denis Villeneuve, right? And even with his small role in Blade Runner 2049, it was an impactful role. So I'm really excited to see Dave Bautista continue to, show off his acting chops. And Tony Movie Chat, I love Blade Runner 2049, and I actually like it over there. Yeah, I'm right there with you. That might be a hot take, but I much more prefer Blade Runner 2049 than the original. No disrespect to Mr. Ridley Scott and that incredible, it was a foundation within the sci-fi realm within itself. I'm just trying to replay these suits, man, these awesome suits. But man, speaking of Blade Runner 2049, Tony Movie Chappie, the conversation gets brought up in regards to the box office. And there's some fear that this might not hit the main audience to go see this, which I don't know. I have a little bit of pushback on that compared to Blade Runner 2049. No disrespect to the incredible Ryan Gosling and, the whole crew, my man Harrison Ford, and everyone that was involved, Jared Leto and Honest the Arma, all of them are great actors. But compare that cast, great cast. Compare that to Timothée Chalamet, and not that I'm saying that one, these actors are better than the other, but I think they have a little bit more of a bigger audience as some of those other cast members from Blade Runner 2049, especially in Zendaya and Timothée Chalamet. They're more, tied to the social media and all that stuff. So I think that, and of course you mix it in with an incredible actor like, Dave Bautista, which we talked about, Josh Brolin, Jason Momoa, Oscar Isaac. I mean, the list goes on. So I think they have a little bit more box office pool and some of those bigger names. So I'm hoping, at least that's my hope, that it brings people in. And of course, the conversation about, we just saw with Black Widow had really good numbers in the box office, but then it kind of faded away in week 2. And obviously that kind of plays into the whole conversation about word of mouth, but also when people have the ability to see this on HBO Max for free, that might hurt the numbers, which I'm going to see it in theaters multiple times. And I'm also going to watch it, at home after I see it 20 times at the theater. So it'll be really interesting to see what comes of the box office with this. I will have to rewatch Dune again. It was decade. It's it's a film. It's a film. It's a really interesting film. Let's see here. Did we get have I been talking this whole time and we're no, we should be good. I thought that the stream got pulled. Oh, it did get pulled down. Are we back up? Okay, we back up. So I guess they pulled it for a second, and We're back on. Let me know, guys, if you can hear me in the chat. I didn't realize that WB pulled us off for a second there, but we're back up. We'll go ahead and take this down for a second so they won't pull me down anymore. But let's go ahead and play some of these. So October 22nd, again, let me know if we're good, guys. I didn't know that Mr. and Mrs. WB pulled me down for a second there. But we are back up and running, ladies and gentlemen, talking about Dune. So again, where was I? Talking about HBO Max, right? And the whole conversation regarding this film playing in theaters and at home for free October 22nd. Will that affect the box office? I hope it doesn't, but in reality, it will. Because again, if you have the opportunity to see a film at home for free, I mean, not free, you're paying for HBO Max, but you have the opportunity to see it at home in the comfort of your own home versus paying, whatever ticket prices are in different various states. I think a lot of people might see that as a bonus for them. But for me, like I said, man, I'm going to be seeing this film multiple times in theaters as well as, checking it out at home on replay. So listen, I hope it doesn't really affect the box office that much, but I think it, obviously with HBO Max being an opportunity, I think it is going to hurt it to an extent. Pound the Pavement, what's going on, my friend, with the $2 super chat? Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for the support and the super chat. And again, guys, I'm sorry we got kicked off for a moment. WB said, nah, take that down. But we're back up and running and still talking some Dune. So in the meantime, man, I got a couple other, we talked about the cinematography. This film's going to be gorgeous, man. I already, just from some of the frames here that we can see, this film's going to have that look, that feel. You're going to feel, it feels like it's tangible. It feels like they built sets. We're not relying on green screen. There's like a lot of practical effects put into this film, which gets me really excited. Again, look at these shots, man. The color palette looks incredible and tells a story within itself. We got the big giant space worm, which I would imagine is a little bit of practicality with some visual effects. We're going to be seeing some young love between Shani and, Paul, which is going to be really fascinating to see because, again, I personally felt like the relationship in the 1984 film wasn't as fleshed out as it should have been. And, of course, there's more to their story to be told. So I'm really excited to see Zendaya really show off her acting chops and get the opportunity to act with Timothée Chalamet and Paul and Shani's love come to the big screen. We got, man, look at that beard. That beard, man. I'm trying to get me some Oscar Isaac beard going on, man. We got Oscar Isaac just looking awesome as Leto Duke, who's the lead of his family and just a man of honor, a man of, who wants to help the people. And that's one of the reasons that he kind of gets involved to go to Arrakis to help these people out. But again, not to give too much away, but there's a plot to go against that family and to take down, Leto and all that stuff. So we'll see what happens to the Duke in the film. But man, that beard is looking nice, man. Looking nice, Mr. Oscar Isaac. But yeah, man, I'm really excited to see what they give him in this role, because I know in the 1984 version, he's not in it as much, and I'll just leave it at that. But we got Lady Jessica here, who's played by the incredible Rebecca Ferguson, who is going to be playing, obviously, Duke's wife and also Paul's mom. And she is attached to the Sisterhood, ladies and gentlemen, which is a very fascinating group of women who have the abilities to kind of be essentially fortune tellers of a sense, right? So I'm really excited. I hope she gets a little bit more to do in the film versus her, counterpart in 1984, and obviously her relationship with her son and everything that goes down with their family. I'm really excited to see Rebecca Ferguson just continue to crush it as she always does. And again, Shani and Paul, really excited to see, and you can see those blue eyes. We got Paul. He's embraced by the the Arrakis, and I can't wait to see that relationship between Paul and his dad Duke. Even the line in the trailer was, you're my son, even though you don't have to live up to the expectations of being the leader of our people, but just you've already exceeded my expectations with being a great son. So that was a great line there, and I'm really looking forward to seeing Mr. Timothée Chalamet get his big screen kind of big blockbuster vehicle, because we've seen, obviously, if you've been following his career, he is this is a question for the chat. How do we feel about Mr. Timothée Chalamet? I personally think he is this generation's like kind of heartthrob Brad Pitt meets Johnny Depp type of actor, where he has the acting chops, but I think some people just think of him as like a pretty boy and doesn't think he's like a really good, capable actor. I think the opposite of that. I think he's a really fantastic actor. as far as range goes, he's kind of played in the same realm as far as, dramas, coming of age, Call Me by Your Name, Lady Bird, what was the film with Steve Carell, Beautiful Boy. So I like him as an actor, but we haven't seen him carry a film, right? We haven't seen him front and center of a film. So I'm really intrigued to see what he can bring to the table. I'm just kind of looking up, making sure I didn't miss any big ones. I guess his biggest film to date, and he really had a small role in this, was a lot of people forget that he's in my favorite sci-fi film of all time, which is Christopher Nolan's Interstellar. He was the Tom in that film. So I think that's probably the biggest film he's ever been attached to, just kind of making sure. Yeah. And then, of course, I forgot about Little Women. That film he was great in there as Theodore, and really excited to see him in Wes Anderson's The French Dispatch. But yeah, man, it'll be interesting to see if Mr. Timothée Chalamet will lead this film. Do people find him to be a very believable lead actor? If people, can think that he can be a leader of a family, it'll be really interesting to see how people take him in. Because I know, if I'm not mistaken, when the rumors were about who MCU is going to be casting a Spider-Man, his name was in a run. It was him, Dylan O'Brien, and a couple other people. And obviously we know Tom Holland got the role, which I think was, perfectly suited. He fits the role perfectly. But, he gets this chance to lead a Denis Villeneuve film. And I'm really excited to see what this young man can bring to the table, as well as his other younger counterparts like Zendaya, who has just been killing it, in the last few years, whether you look at a show like Euphoria or, obviously her role in Spider-Man is okay. It really doesn't show her capabilities of an actress, but her as Rue in Euphoria is great. Her earlier this year in Malcolm and Marie, she's great. So I think Zendaya is a fantastic young actress, and I'm really, really excited to see what Denis Villeneuve under his direction gives her the opportunity to really show what she's capable of. Because again, I think most people know her from either their Disney days when she was a kid, or they know her from Spider-Man, or they know her from what was that musical, The Greatest Showman. But I think that she's fantastic. I think she's a really great actress. And again, these two young up and coming superstars who, give it 10, 15 years, they're going to probably be considered one of the better actors in their generation, as if they're continue to go on this trajectory as far as the projects they pick. So I'm really excited to see these young actors. Again, Zendaya is playing Shani, and I'm really hope that she gets a lot more to do in this film than what she has in the past. Again, you have Oscar Isaac as Duke, Leto, who's just such great casting. And what I'm really excited for is seeing Jason Momoa, man. I think a lot of people don't give him enough credit for his acting chops. They think of him as the bro, right? My man, as Aquaman, and his days of Game of Thrones, his Drago, and all that stuff. But I think I don't know if you guys got the opportunity to see Apple TV Plus show that came out a couple years ago in season 2, which happens to have Dave Bautista as the villain, which is going to be exciting. But he's a really good actor, man. I'm really excited for him another actor working with a great director in Denis Villeneuve. I'm really excited to see what he brings out of Jason Momoa, because I think he's a really good actor. And him as Duncan, man, that's perfect casting. The relationship he's going to have with Paul looks great just from the trailer alone. So he looks fantastic, perfectly cast. Just kind of going through some of these other character posters. Again, we got Lady Jessica, who is part of the sisterhood, a group of women who there are different sisterhoods within the different fractions and the different families. And they're essentially, like I said, kind of like fortune tellers of a sense. They have they're really in tune to their intuition. They're really in tune to like predicting things and making certain calls and making certain, like I said, things to kind of help out their particular families and helping them out in their advantage. If I'm not mistaken, we'll talk about it in a little bit, but they're going to have a show really explaining who the sisterhood is, which I'm really excited for on HBO Max. So Jessica, she's great, and I really am excited to see her and her relationship with her son Paul, and her relationship with obviously Duke, and hopefully they give her something to do more than just kind of running around as she was in the original. I really hope that she has that motherhood and that bond with her son in this film, which I'm pretty sure they're going to execute that role perfectly. Then we got my man Josh Brolin as Granny, who is the general of the army, and I'm really excited to see what he brings. We got my man Javier Bardem. I mean, seriously, guys. Excuse me. Seriously, that's the little finger. There's a lot of villains in this movie that's going to be turning on our good guys, but this cast is just stacked with talent. Then I'm really excited to see, and then again, this is, to my knowledge, this is a 2.5 hour movie, and this is a part one of a two-part series and potentially maybe a trilogy, because again, I know Frank Herbert's book is very thick, filled with different families and different planets and different wars that go on. So I really, really, really hope that I really hope people come out to support this, man, because I really want to see Denis Villeneuve sink his teeth into a franchise and have it be his own franchise, and not have what happened with Blade Runner 2049, which was supposed to be a franchise again and bring a newer generation to it. But unfortunately, people just didn't go out to see it, man. I don't know why. I know it's not for everyone, but I mean, if you're a sci-fi head like I am, I don't know how you cannot like that film and the visuals of that. Don't get me started on Blade Runner 2049, but I really hope this is more successful, man, because I think it has such an incredible cast. It has so much potential to be more than, and this is no disrespect, because obviously I cover a lot on my channel, but this is giving you more than just the traditional big blockbuster comic book movies that I love, but I want to stick back into what sci-fi can bring you, man. The conversation sci-fi can bring, the epicness that it can bring, and just all the stuff that we might not get in a comic book series that you can get with this more, grounded in reality to a certain extent, and all the different things that the film has to offer. So I really, really hope that people do go out and see what this film's about, man, and give it a shot. Again, I know it's going to be a tall order to, have people see this in theaters. Hopefully by October, people feel a lot more comfortable going out to see films. But by October, we're going to have this in the theaters, but also at home at HBO Max. So I really do hope that the numbers are there for HBO Max. I hope the numbers are there in the box office, because I would love to see a trilogy, and also, kind of transition to our next topic here, just kind of building out this world. I don't know if you guys saw it earlier, but this young lady here was announced to be part of the show that was for a little bit announced to have been canceled for a little bit. But she is, I'm not too familiar with her work, Miss Diane. I'm not too familiar with the work there, but she will be the showrunner of the show, which will be on HBO Max, which will be exploring the sisterhood, which again, like I mentioned, the sisterhood is a very important person in the different families and the different fractions in the universe of Dune. So I'm really excited to see what that show has to offer, and obviously I'm expecting this to tie into the films, and as it says, it's a prequel series, so we're going to learn essentially how the sisterhood came to be, how they obtained their powers, how they're split up between the different families. So I'm really excited for that, and I'll be really curious to see if if we get a Rebecca Ferguson make an appearance or what have you. So again, just continue to build out this world. This is essentially, if done right, man, this can be this generation's Lord of the Rings. It can be a Game of Thrones in a form of sci-fi. So I really hope that the audience comes out to support it. I really hope that people do, show some love. If they don't go to the theater, watch on HBO Max and really pump up those numbers, because I really want to see this world continue to grow and blossom and get some more in this universe, because it is a world filled with just epicness. So I really hope that people show some love to it. So speaking of love, let me go to these people showing me some love in the chat and see what you all are talking about here. Catch up to these comments. Where was I at last? Let's see. Rim says the storytelling is what I'm intrigued about now that I see the visuals look up to par. Yeah, it's a story that's definitely there, Rims. Like I said, even from the lackluster 1984 film, even with all that messiness, I was still able to see, wow, that looks like a world that I want to invest my time in. And I think someone like a Denis Villeneuve is really going to expand the world, really kind of dive into the different, like I said, the family fractions, the different drama, the different politics amongst the different families. Again, the importance of the spice. Like I said up top, if you have the spice, you're essentially ruling the galaxy, man. I mean, the spice gives you knowledge, gives you power, it gives you superhuman abilities, it gives you a longer life. So again, I think that the story of family, betrayal, facing your fears, falling in love, epicness. I mean, this has all the ingredients to be something special. So I really do. I have confidence in Denis Villeneuve that he will match those incredible visuals with an incredible story. So listen, I'm really excited. Yeah, man, especially since I respect that. Yeah, this cast, man, again, the younger generation can, see Timothée Chalamet and Zendaya, someone like me that's been watching someone like Rebecca Ferguson really make her name in Hollywood, Oscar Isaac, Josh Brolin, Jason Momoa, Skarsgård. I mean, this cast is absolutely fantastic. I like him. I feel like he takes his acting very serious as a young Timothée Chalamet. Yeah, I think so as well. I think he's very smart about how he picks his projects as well, right? Like I said, he working with a Christopher Nolan, working with a Greta Gerwig in his young age, working with a Wes Anderson, and now working with Denis Villeneuve. That is a hell of a resume of people that he's been able to learn from and take notes from and be able to be directed from. So yeah, he's a 25, I believe. He has a very promising career. I think you can expect some Oscars coming to his legacy in the coming years for sure. And I think he wasn't he nominated for Call Me by Your Name, if I'm not mistaken? Ramsey said this will be my first time. Okay, interesting, man. Like I said, he has if you're into coming of age, he has a good drama for Call Me by Your Name, Lady Bird, Beautiful Boy, like I said, smaller role in Interstellar. So he's been in some really good projects. And of course, like I said, he'll be working with Mr. Wes Anderson in the French Dispatch later this year. He was great. Yeah, that was the film was okay. I was expecting a little bit more. I just wasn't a fan of the way they told the story, but him and Steve Carell were great in that film. Very, very good drama as far as good acting from those two. Do you think he will win an Oscar one day? Yeah. I think he's definitely on the cusp of getting into that, winning an Oscar. Like I said, he's already been nominated, if I'm not mistaken, for his role in Call Me by Your Name, but I think him, Lucas Hedges to me, Zendaya to me, as far as actors under 30, my man Calvin Harrison Jr. comes to mind, and Daniel Kaluuya, I believe he's already won an Oscar. So I mean, these are some young talented individuals, and I think Timothée Chalamet's in that same class. Saoirse Ronan, I think he'll definitely win one day. He will. Yeah, I definitely agree there. Let's see. Duncan. Duncan's going to be dope, man. I can't wait to see what Jason Momoa brings to that role. My man, he does C is so good, Rims, right? I don't think a lot of people, I talked about it a lot 2 years ago, every single week, and I had such a great time doing so, and I'm excited to do it again next month. I believe is season 2, like late August. But yeah, I'm a big fan of C, guys. If you like Jason Momoa, kind of that Game of Thrones-ish type of character, Drogo, someone that is a warrior, a badass, but can't see, but still is able to manage to kick some ass, and I think this is something you all would like. It's a dystopian, futuristic show with some really good family moments and some really good action. The action was what surprised me, Rims. Like, it's bloody action. I can't wait to see Jason Momoa going toe-to-toe with Dave Bautista. Early Oscar predictions. I mean, I think this early Oscar predictions, if we're talking Best Picture, I think this has that potential of doing so, as well as maybe best direction, best director, best cinematographer, best hair and makeup, costume design, score by Hans Zimmer, the GOAT. So yeah, I definitely see some Oscars in this future. James, it's brilliant, man. It's a masterpiece. I don't get when people say they don't like Blade Runner 2049, but hey, to each his own. Respect everyone's opinion, but I love me some Blade Runner 2049. I think Denis Villeneuve is following up from his original. I thought it was a worthy sequel. Yeah, I love Blade Runner 2049. I didn't see that. No, I did not see that. I remember they were saying they were making an animated series. I think it was for Jared Leto's character, right? Showing you how he became the leader and all that stuff. Yeah, sign me up. Yes. Do you like the original? Not as much as people do. I respect the original. I respect what it did, what Ridley Scott did in the 80s and what it meant to the sci-fi genre. But I just wasn't a fan of the relationship between Harrison Ford and I want to say Rebecca. I can't remember I don't want to spoil it for those that haven't seen. I can't remember the replica that he was in love with. And it was just, I enjoyed the villain. The villain was really awesome. The visuals are there. It's a great sci-fi world, but I just didn't think that the story was as interesting as the sequel was for me personally. So I appreciate the original, but I don't love the original as much as people do. If I were to rate the original, like on my scale of 1 to 5, I would say it's a solid 3.5, just based on the visuals alone and based on what it did to sci-fi and that genre. But as far as like compared to 2049, I think that's like way more superior film and better chemistry amongst the cast and a better story and all that stuff. But I appreciate it for what it is. Yeah, very interesting. Like I said, I know a lot of people, it's revered as one of the best sci-fi films of all time, and I understand that. But for me, it's just like I put the second one miles ahead of the original. But hey, you can't have a sequel without the original. So like I said, that's why I respect the original. So listen, guys, I didn't want to be on here too long. Again, this was kind of a random thought in my head. I don't do too many trailer reactions just because I don't normally catch the reaction or catch the trailers as they drop because of work. And obviously I didn't catch this as soon as it dropped this morning. So, but, and then, like I said, I don't do them that often, but there's those occasional films, like my most anticipated movie like this, that gets me excited. And like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this discussion. I know we got pulled down for, I don't know how long we were down, but we're back up. So if you're watching this on the replay, if you see a weird edit between, again, I don't know how long we were off at the air, but we got pulled down for showing the trailer, which is crazy because this is like, come on, guys, we're in 2021 and trailer reactions are like the thing. So I don't know why whatever. Listen, I appreciate you all watching this. I hope you enjoyed the reaction. Hope you enjoyed the breakdown. For those that are new to the universe, I'm not an expert of Dune. Again, my knowledge simply comes from me just remembering the film that I saw for 84. And I know there's so much more lore within the novels by Frank Herbert, but I hope you enjoy my kind of breaking down the film, what I hope to see. I hope to see in the future. I hope to see, it does successful at the box office. I want to see the TV show, Sisterhood. I want to see a sequel. I want to see a trilogy. Give me Dune and have Denis Villeneuve get the respect that man deserves. Because I think he is the best director in Hollywood. No disrespect, Mr. Christopher Nolan. No disrespect to, my other great sci-fi drama director, horror directors out there. But Denis Villeneuve, man, he's just cerebral. I just love the way he, puts his films together. So listen, give me some Dune and give it to me now. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate every single one of you. Expect Dune to continue the conversation. When this film drops, expect a movie review, a spoiler review, a live discussion, and just continue this conversation because I'm such a big fan of this and I'm really excited for it. But in the meantime, check out my review that I did this morning for M. Night Shyamalan's Old. I'm going to be dropping a review in 10 minutes for the third episode of American Horror Stories. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to be dropping my Ted Lasso Season 2 discussion, spoiler discussion for Episode 1. I'll have my, for my HBO fans out there, The White Lotus, episode 3 review dropping Sunday. And then I'm trying to think, Snake Eyes. I was supposed to see it last night. Long story short, the trailer or the theater fudged up the press screening and they didn't have the screener ready or whatever. So I wasn't able to see it last night. I think I'm going to see it tonight at 7:00 on IMAX, and then if I do, I'm gonna give you guys a review for Snake Eyes probably in the next day or so. So a lot of stuff coming for you all, and again, for every single one of you all coming in, dropping the love, the hearts, the shares, the super chat we got earlier from my man's Pound the Pavement. I appreciate every single one of you all, and I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. Let me just read these last little comments. Rims, love this, Elliot. Such a great job. Thank you so much. Great to do this. Yeah, we might do this again, guys. Again, we're gonna we haven't done a live since we did our low-key breakdown, but I'm gonna maybe do some more of these. It might not necessarily be like trailer reactions, but it might just be like, discussions. I just crossed 14,000 subscribers. We're going to probably celebrate that in the coming days. So look out for some more live streams. And I hope you guys can join and, hit the bell so you don't miss any of those live streams. But we'll see if we can do more of these in the future. Yeah, Snake Eyes. Yeah, I missed it yesterday because of the stupid theater, but I'm going to probably check it out tonight. Movie File stays booking busy. Yeah, it keeps my mind going, man. Keeping busy. Oh no, I missed it. No worries, Jeremy. Just watch the replay, my friend. October can't get October. Dune, obviously, that we talked about. Halloween and Venom's coming out. It's gonna be a great Halloween, ladies and gentlemen. Great October. But listen, I'm gonna call it a day. Again, I appreciate every single one of you all that tuned in live. If you If you haven't already, before you head out, make sure to like the video, share the video. Great conversation throughout the stream. Make sure you're leaving some comments that I'll respond to in the comment section. And if you're watching this on replay, again, ignore the blocking of the stream that kind of got cut off by WB halfway through. But make sure you're liking the video, sharing the video, and leave your thoughts in the comments. Your thoughts on Dune, your anticipation level, what you hope to see. Do you think it's going to be successful in the box office? Do you want to see more from the TV show, from more movies? Let's discuss in the comments. Again, guys, you are awesome. Hope you're having a great Thursday. And like I said, I'll see you in 10 minutes on another review I'll have dropping for American Horror Stories. So you guys are great. You guys are awesome. Hope you stay safe. And we'll see you all on the next video. Take care, everybody.